Hi guys, Robo46 here, welcome yourselves to round 9 of Robo's Racing League on MotoGP 19 on the Xbox One. It is time for Sachsenring. There are 2 minutes and 10 seconds left of qualifying. Jack is currently on pole position with a 1:17.304, and second place is Dibby at the moment with Cringy in 3rd, VSL Mikey 4th, Tommy D in 5th, Neil in 6th, Gidzy in 7th, Snooker Greg 8th, Biker in 9th, and Sinister Hybrid in 10th place. Now at the moment, Jack is on another quick lap. Dibby is on a personal best at the moment as well. Neil has just gone red in the first sector as well. So we'll see what kind of lap time Jack can bring that down. Like I said, currently sitting on a 1:17.304. And he has got Dibby right behind him at the moment. Dibby using him as a marker. So Jack is coming to the start finish right now. 1:17.273, so knocked a little bit more off of that time. And Dibby, no, he did not improve. So 3/10 is Jack's advantage at the moment as he goes in the gravel trap. Neil is on a personal best, so when I can find him, there we go. He's coming through the last sector. So he is just coming through the final corner now. Currently 0.8 behind. Where is this going to put him? Will it move him up the pack? Yes, it does, up to 5th, so half a second behind now. Cringy has just gone red in the first sector using the LCR Honda. Where can he put himself? So Jack's still with that 0.3 of a second advantage. Is that Jack done for qualifying? I can't see him moving through sector 1 at the moment. Yes, he is now. He's gone back out. Cringy on a personal best at the moment. I think Jack was just in the garage looking at the timing screen to see if anyone was on a hot lap and probably saw that Cringy was fastest through the first sector. So Jack's gone back out to decide to try and put in another quicker lap, and he has gone quickest in sector 1 again. So this is Cringy's final lap. And that Ducati behind him, that is his final lap as well. Gidzy has just had a crash. Okay, so to the line. Where is this going to put Cringy? No improvement. So he's taken the flag. Neil was about to take the flag in a minute as well. So Jack is on a hot lap still. Oh, was that lag? Or yeah, that was lag, I think. He has gone grey in sector 3, so I don't think Jack is going to improve. Tommy D may improve in time and maybe position. So I don't think this lap is going to improve Jack's time. And Tommy D has lost his lap anyway. So that is it. That's qualifying done. Jack is on pole position. I'll just confirm the time, see if there's any changes. No, okay, so Jack is on pole position from Dibby in 2nd, Cringy in 3rd, VSR Mikey in 4th, Neil in 5th, Tommy D 6th, Gidzy in 7th, Snooker Greg 8th, Biker in 9th, and Sinister Hybrid in 10th. So let's go and get this race started. Stealing Set was in the lobby and was in qualifying, but I think the game may have kicked him out. So he will get points for 11th place. There we go. There's the guys hovering on the start finish, and my language changed again. Very, very bizarre. So just wait for everyone to ready up to let me know that they have changed their tyres, ready for the race. And then we will in a Ziagara. So that just looks hilarious for seeing them on the grid like that. Why? Alright, just waiting for Gidzy to ready up, and then we will in a Ziagara. I don't even know what language that is. No idea. Come on, Gidzy, hurry up. Come on. Ready up for me, and then we can start this race. You know the drill. Come on. There we go. Right. Let's get this underway. As always, there will be silence before they head off. I need to make sure I've got the correct camera angle. Usually go for the middle of the front row just because I can see everyone from there for the time being. So they're on the grid. Silence on the grid. Loading. And then right, so we're with Jack at the moment. We need to go with Dibby. So here we go. Round 9, Sachsenring. And I don't know why it just gave everyone a load of exclamation marks. Oh, someone has just disconnected. That is Neil. So unfortunately, oh, Jack's down. Jack is down at turn 1. And it didn't actually look like there was any collision there. That was bizarre. Unless it was lag. But I will double check that on my replay later on after the race. But yeah, that was very strange for Jack. Like I said, it may have been down to lag, but on my screen, I didn't actually see anyone clip him. So Jack at the moment down in 9th place. Yeah, I don't know why it gave pretty much everyone an exclamation mark off the start. Oh, that Suzuki was very wide there and getting very sideways. So Dibby is leading at the moment. 2nd place is VSR Mikey on the Ducati this time out. He was aboard the Aprilia at the last round and the round before. Jack is now up to 8th. And yeah, so you've got VSR Mikey in 2nd, MM Cringy in 3rd, Gidzy in 4th place. And we've got some shenanigans going on back here with Tommy D and Biker. So Biker through it. There's Jack in... There he is. In 8th place at the moment. Sinister Hybrid in 9th. Bit of a shame that unfortunately Neil disconnected at the start of the race. So Gidzy in 6th place. Biker in 4th at the moment. He's gone very wide though. That's Snooker Greg up the inside, but he shut the door in his face. Ooh! That is Gidzy down. And he went for the inside, but unfortunately there was no room there. And Gidzy is down on the floor. Unfortunately that move wasn't on. At the front, Dibby is leading half a second from VSR Mikey in 2nd. MM Cringy in 3rd. Biker in 4th. Snooker Greg 5th. Jack in 6th. Tommy D 7th. Sinister Hybrid in 8th. And Gidzy in 9th place. VSR Mikey just trying to reel him in at the moment. 0.2 of a second. So these three are closing up. And that was Dibby a little bit wide through the Saxon curve. Snooker Greg is down at the bottom into Saxon curve by the looks of that. Just saw him flying off in the distance. That was a big, big moment there for Dibby. He's going to lose the lead. Oh, it's close, it's close, it's close. But Dibby just holding on to the lead at the moment. VSR Mikey trying to get past him. Oh, he's put it up the inside. Can he get through? He's got MM Cringy on the inside as well, but not being able to get through either. Now, VSR Mikey's gone wide. Is MM Cringy going to sneak through on the inside? He is not. Okay, so Jack has moved up to 5th place at the moment. And... oh, bit of a wheelie there for VSR Mikey aboard that factory Ducati, just behind that Indomitsu Honda, the LCR Honda. Gidzy and Snooker Greg are having a few hits at the back by the looks of those indicators. Jack is now up to 4th place. How far behind is Jack? So that is Cringy. Oh, just hit the wall there on the inside, the barrier. That is not good. Oh, there's a lot of lag going on at the moment. Biker in 4th, Jack in 5th place. Just trying to see what was happening between these two. Jack up the inside into the final corner. That's going to be tight, but Biker's left him room. And Jack is through, back up to 4th place. Will Biker try and repass him into turn 1? Well, we're about to find out. Here is Biker. No. So Jack is through into 4th place. Oh, he's gone very wide at turn 1. I saw Biker try and put the throttle on a little bit too early there and just spin up the rear. Can he hang with Jack? If he can, it would be good to see him just try and close in on the pack. But he's got Suzuki trying to get up the inside of him with Tommy D. So, where is Tommy D on my list? There he is. Oh no, that's lag. Right. Can Tommy D get through on Biker? Tommy D aboard that Suzuki. VSL Mikey still half a second behind Dibby at the front, with Cringy 0.6 behind. That was Biker very wide. The Suzuki is through. That is what happens when you get on the outside curbs there trying to get the gas on. It just spins up the rear, snaps it sideways, and yeah, you just lose drive. So Tommy D is now up to 5th place with Biker just behind him. Tommy D very wide through the Sachsenring curve there. Biker was a little bit closer, he may have been able to get through. Jack is still 2.1 behind Cringy, but I wouldn't be surprised if that gap has come down over the line. It hasn't at the moment, still 2.1. Is Biker going to try and come through on Tommy D into turn 1? He is. He sent them both wide. That is Biker down though. He had a go, but unfortunately it didn't work out. He was in a little bit too hot, too much front brake, and he lost the front. Okay, I thought something weird was happening with Tommy D then, but okay, so that is Biker in 6th, that is Jack in 4th, and then Cringy in 3rd. Let's go to, so Snooker Greg at the back, he's just behind Sinister Hybrid, just going up the inside. So that is Snooker Greg up to 6th place, he's got Gidsy just ahead of him. So these three really close together at the moment. And then just ahead of Gidsy is Biker. VSL Mikey 0.3 behind Gidsy's very wide. Ooh, big collision there. But Gidsy was very wide, and now Gidsy has gone over the green stuff. So that will be a warning for track limits. Okay. So Gidsy is catching Biker. So he may be able to get to him. What is the gap? It was 1.2. It's still saying 1.2. But I will see. Oh, very wide there from Gidsy in turn 1. He is catching Biker though. That is not 1.2 anymore, that gap. Just waiting for it to refresh. Oh, Snooker Greg's on the inside though. Snooker Greg has other ideas. The gap is still saying 1.2, but I don't believe that is 1.2. Oh, not when you go all laggy, it's not. So maybe it is 1.2. Okay, very strange. Right, up the front we have got Snooker Greg. Right, so Cringy 0.3 behind VSL Mikey. Oh, very wide there, but Jack is just behind him. Jack is catching him very, very rapidly. So I think Cringy knows that Jack is fast approaching, so he needs to get past VSL Mikey for second and try and hunt down. Oh, that's very wide there from Cringy. That's going to allow Jack up the inside. Not quite. Just Cringy just able to take his speed down the straight into turn 1. Jack's going around the outside. That is not going to work there. Oh, lag. Wow. Epic drifting right there. Jack is up the inside. Oh, trying to sneak through. Not quite working there. Oh, that is VSO Mikey wide again. But Cringy not able to get through. This is allowing Dibby to get away at the moment. 1 second is the gap. Cringy trying to find a way past VSL Mikey. Jack is trying to get past both of them, and that is Cringy through. VSL Mikey was wide again. Oh, I thought Jack was going a little bit wide there. Can he get past that Ducati? Maybe. Down the waterfall. 1.8 is the gap to Dibby now. The gap is going up. Jack cannot get past VSL Mikey. Maybe now through Sachsenring curve, because that is VSL Mikey wide again. And that is Jack through into 3rd place. So into the final corner, Jack closes up on the brakes. Oh, VSL Mikey got a better run out the final corner and is back through into 3rd. This is allowing Dibby to get away at the front. Oh, bit of a nudge there from Jack into the back of VSL Mikey. But yeah, 2 seconds is the gap to Dibby. Now, oh, that's VSL Mikey down now. VSL Mikey lost the front there into turn 2. So Jack back up to third. VSR Mikey. I don't know if he clipped the inside curb there. I was actually looking at the gaps there and just saw VSR Mikey go down. But 1.8, so the gap has come down 0.8 of a second. But I think if Jack can get up to second place, he may start be able to reel in Dibby. But we'll see if Cringy can reel him in as well. Jack is reeling in Cringy. Okay, so the leader, Dibby, leading at the moment 1.9 seconds. Here comes Jack up the inside of Cringy into the final corner. And he is through into second place. Is Cringy going to have a go into... Where is Cringy? There he is. I think he's too far back to have a go into turn one. Oh, he's going around the outside. He's gone in a little bit too hot. Or has he? He's trying to take the outside line and put him up the inside for turn two. And it's worked. He is through into second place. But whilst they're doing this, that is allowing Cringy just to... not Cringy, this is Cringy. It's allowing Dibby to pull away again. 2.1 is the gap. So these guys really need to work together if they want to try and close in on Dibby. So Jack will try and get back past again. But Sachsenring, there isn't a huge amount of... Well, there he goes. I was about to say there isn't a huge amount of overtaking opportunities on this track because it is very tight and twisty. Jack has just made a terrific pass up to second place. So 2.5 is the gap. And they're going to come round to... Oh, that's Jack very wide through Saxon curve there. Yeah, they're about to start lap number 10 of 15. So the gap over the line. It's come down half a second. Cringy, is he going to try the same move again into turn one? He's too far back this time, that is for sure. As Jack goes wide. Absolutely fine. So let's go down from the back. So Sinister Hybrid in 9th place. 1.7 behind Gidzy, who just went very wide there at turn one. He's in 8th, 2.5 behind Snooker Greg, who's now in 7th. 1.1 behind Biker, who is in 6th place. He's 4.8 behind Tommy D in 5th, who is 1.4 behind VSR Mikey in 4th. He is now 4.1 behind Cringy, who is in 3rd. Sinister Hybrid has just had a crash. So Cringy is 0.6 behind Jack, who is in 2nd. And Jack is now 1.5 behind Dibby, who is in the lead. That gap is coming down. Oh, that's Snooker Greg done for the race. Don't know whether he lost connection or whether he's quit. But Snooker Greg is now out of the race. Okay. So into turn one on lap 11 of 15. That gap is really coming down. So we've now just got 8 people in the race. So unfortunately we lost Stealing Set through qualifying. Neil at the beginning of this race, and now we've just lost Snooker Greg as well. So we're down to 8. And we're getting towards the end of the race. Cringy is falling back slightly now, 0.9 behind Jack. And Jack is on the hunt to try and close in on Dibby. A second is the gap. Go with the helmet cam for a little bit as he tries to close in on Dibby. The gap's still a second. Now it's 0.7. I think the next lap, or the yeah, will definitely be the next lap. Jack will be with Dibby, that is for sure. Into the final corner, and out we come. 1.6 back to Cringy now. So over the line, it's still 0.7 of a second to Dibby from Jack. Into turn one they go. And Jack is almost right on him now. Can Dibby hold on? It's lap 12 of 15. It's still a few laps to go. I know they're short laps and it is difficult to pass here. But half a second is the gap now. Jack is on full stalker mode. He is with him, almost closing him down on the brakes. It wouldn't surprise me if he has a go into Sachsenring curve, especially if Dibby goes a little bit wide down the waterfall. Here comes Sachsenring curve. Jack again, they're both gone a little bit wide. Jack trying to pull it back to get the exit. Maybe he's going to have a go into the final corner. Jack's been good into there. Dibby's gone defensive. Jack is going to take a wide sweeping line to try and get the exit. And I think he has. I think he got slightly better drive up the hill. Side by side. Who is going to be latest on the brakes into turn 1? It's going to be tight. Jack's up the inside. Jack has got it. So Dibby is now demoted to second place. Can he find a way past Jack? Or is Jack now going to clear off? Oh, Jack's gone a little bit wide, but Dibby, he looked like he messed up his line there and spun up the rear. It looks like he's having a few rear end troubles, so possibly used up all of his rear tyre. Jack is away. That gap is probably at least over a second now. Sinister Hybrid has had another crash. He's in 8th. Yeah, 1.1 to Jack now. So Jack is away with this one. Barring any mistakes now, I don't think anyone's going to be able to catch him. That is a mistake there from Dibby. Clipped the inside curb. Now he's got to worry about second place because in third, if I can find third, there we go. Cringy, 0.8 behind at the moment. Can he secure second place? He is catching Dibby. And we've got 2 laps remaining. 1.7 is Jack's lead now. 0.5 of a second, so half a second from Cringy to Dibby. VSR Mikey is almost 5 seconds behind these pair, and then we've got big gaps behind. So yeah, VSR Mikey is 4.9 behind Cringy. Tommy D is 4.6 behind VSR Mikey. Biker is 6.5 behind Tommy D. Gidsy is 9.4 behind Biker, and Sinister Hybrid is 4.8 behind Gidsy. So 0.6 is the gap. Can Cringy do anything about Dibby? He's just got the remainder of this lap and 1 more lap to go. And that is it. 2 LCR Honda. First one is the Indomitsu Honda. Oh, he's on the grass again. Dibby, he's a little bit wide and that just messed up his line completely. So Cringy up to second place. Can he stay there? Will we see a lunge from Dibby into the Sachsenring curve? We will not. The Hondas look like they are struggling for rear traction now. Especially coming out of corners, they're just spinning it up a bit. But I think Cringy, who's 2.2 behind Jack, is now a second ahead of Dibby. I think as we enter the final lap now as well, I think that might be all she wrote for Dibby. I think it's going to be third place unless we see any mistakes here from Cringy. But 1.3, the gap is going up. So I think this may be the final results of the race. But of course we may have some penalties as well. But we'll have to wait and see come the results. So 2.1 behind at the moment is Cringy. There's not really any major corners here where you would be cutting, so I can't imagine there's going to be many time penalties added to people's overall times. It's not like Sachsenring where the final corner is a chicane and some people were just straight lining it. All wide there for Cringy. Okay, so 2.2 behind. I tell you what, Dibby is only 1 second behind, but is the final corner. Where's Jack? There we go. Jack has won. Cringy in second place. Dibby, where are you? Dibby's gone across the line. VSR Mikey has gone across the line. Tommy D is coming out the final corner. And there he goes aboard the Suzuki. Here comes Biker through the final corner. Onto the line. And that is him done. Gidsy coming to the final corner. He's not going to make it though. The timer has gone out. So there we go. It's only Gidsy by the looks of it who's got a time penalty. So we'll see if that changes the overall times. If I press the right button, confirm the times. No, it hasn't. So Jack takes the win after crashing on the first corner of the first lap. He takes the win after recovering. Cringy in second place with Dibby in third, VSR Mikey in fourth, Tommy D fifth, Bike It in sixth, Gidsy in seventh, and Sinister Hybrid in eighth. Obviously, Snooker Greg will take ninth, Neil will have 10th, and Stealing Set will have 11th. So that was a less hectic race than Assen, that is for sure. But let's see how that affects the overall championship standings. Okay, so this is just a replay of Jack's crash on lap 1. Going into turn 1. So in he goes, and he literally just tucks the front, so it wasn't lag or anything, he just had a mistake at turn 1. Right, let's look at the standings now. So Jack has extended his lead at the top with 191 points. Second place is Cringy with 143. Dibby is in third with 124. Tommy D is in fourth with all the ones, 111. VSO Mikey is fifth with 104. Snooker Greg in sixth with 72. Neil in seventh with 70. Biker in eighth with 68. Gidsy in ninth with 50. Stealing Set in 10th with 47. Demons in 11th with 43. Dixon in 12th with 33. Sacred Meerkat in 13th with 30. Stick Vortex in 14th with 29. F1 Fan in 15th with 18. Sinister Hybrid in 16th with 17. And Dylan in 17th with 7. So that is it for round 9, guys. The next round will be obviously round 10. And I shall see you guys, hopefully, the next race will be on Sunday. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content. I shall see you guys in the next video. See you.